We're live.
Yeah.
All right, Monday night, 7 o'clock. If you're jumping on and you can hear us, give us a thumbs up in the chat so we got the volume, make sure everything sounds good. A few people jumping on. So it's Monday, September 18th, 2023. We're here in Warsaw, Illinois. We've had a long couple weeks on the road. Hey, what's up, JT? Long couple weeks on the road. Liz and I just got back, and Charles Blair from Mississippi River Monsters this last weekend. Ended up leaving Wednesday around noon to head down there. Had to put a game plan together. We'll kind of go over that a little bit. With the ramp situation that we have on the Mississippi River, it's rough, figuring out best places to put in where you don't have to worry about your boat getting tore up or your trailer. So let's talk about that, I guess, and then we'll kind of get into our next event, Tulsa, that's coming up. So we went down to Memphis, Tennessee to fish the Mississippi River Monsters 100-boat event. The week before, we just put on a 100-boat tournament in Alton, Illinois for the Alton Catfish Classic. Big fish was 106. Big fish of this tournament was around 81 pounds. Team Nooner Hall and brother and dad won back-to-back MRM events. So they won last year and won this year. That was awesome. Huge shout out to them. Great team, positive team, fun team to be around. But there was a lot of great anglers. It was good to meet some new anglers, meet anglers that we see every year down there from Texas, Oklahoma, Virginia, Alabama, all over the country. That was fun. With the trailering event like it was, because of the ramp situation, we chose to go south, got a hotel. There was a lot of stuff going on, so you want to always make sure you get your hotel at a good time. So we had that booked, and still got to hang out with a lot of people. What's up, Tim? He says, what's the deal with the Mississippi River being so low? I understand no rain, but could the Corps do something about it? So really, it's just the last couple of years, the water's been really low on the Mississippi. Luckily the Missouri has not been too bad. But we've seen some record lows. Last October in our championship in Cape Girardeau, which was the end of October, we've seen, I want to say, almost 6 foot, where we weren't even able to use that ramp. We had to put a boat in the water to get fish back. So I foresee it even getting lower. So obviously we just went to Memphis and seen how low the water was. Granted, it makes the fishing better. So if you can get your boat in the water, the fishing will be phenomenal. But we need rain, because a lot of the ramps, even up here in Pool 20 on the Mississippi, we struggled with our Jack and Jill in Canton, Missouri. So obviously we need rain bad. I know they're dredging a lot of the channel on the lower Mississippi. They're dredging up here. Lots of things going on. But yeah, I don't know what the answer is, Tim. I do not know, but it's some low water out there, and you got to be careful. You can't always go by your mapping. You got to make sure you're kind of aware of the water conditions. Stay in the channel, because things could get bad quickly if you don't pay attention. Especially at night, or when you're, and you're unfamiliar with that area. So, but we had fun, caught a lot of fish, got a plaque, got 4th place, even won a boat. So it was a fun weekend. We got to eat with some friends. And like we say, the tournament is just one part of the sport of catfishing. Going to these events, hanging out, the camaraderie, with other anglers and people you meet in the cities. That's what makes these events so much fun. Going to the kind of dive restaurant that you hear about on I don't know, the Discovery Channel or whatever, what was it, dinner, drive-ins and diners,
Yeah.
whatever that is, the Guy Fieri show. But you get to see some really cool places. You know, we were in Greenville, got to eat at a cool restaurant, West Memphis, ate at a nice steakhouse in the casino. Just a lot of that stuff is so much fun, plus the fishing. So, you know, I mean, you got to enjoy yourself at the event. You know, obviously take it serious, but have fun. Thanks, Bo. Congratulations on a tournament and a boat. Yeah, the Corps can't do much without having the rain. I agree. Seen the weigh-in this weekend. Thanks, Metri. I appreciate it. So that was our past weekend. Like I said, we got to go on the other side and fish, which is awesome. Kind of relaxing, fun to get out there and catch some fish. You know, the weekend before that, we helped with the Alton Catfish Classic, a 100-boat event. The weekend before that, we're in Canton. It's been nonstop. This weekend, actually, tomorrow, I leave to go to Birmingham, Alabama for the Crappie Show, Crappie Expo. So we'll be taking some boats down there, hanging out. That'll be fun. If you're around, stop by the Sea Arc booth and say hey. And then we have a weekend off. No, this is my weekend off. Not really.
This is your weekend off. This is my weekend off. I'll be staying home. And then next weekend.
What is that?
I don't know what that was.
An animal?
Next weekend we'll be in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Yeah, so September 30th, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Again, the points is really they're getting close. Lot of people, a lot of things are going to change, like it has with every tournament. Again, your top 4 events out of 10, we're going to calculate those points up like we have. It's in all the event pages. If you can't find it, you know, can't find it on the website, reach out to me. I had some people reach out today, see where they were. You got a lot of the west side people, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, that don't have their 4th tournament in. So when they get that in Tulsa, that's going to really change some things up. There was just a tournament in Keystone a few weeks ago, and 2 out of 13 boats, 2 teams had over 100 pounds. So that'll be a 5 fish limit, 2 over 30 and 3 under 30. So will be interesting to see what we catch there. Again, as we're growing and moving west and east and south and north and all that fun stuff, you know, we just confirmed Grove, Oklahoma, Grand Lake of the Cherokees in February. We'll be back in Alton in March. Got a lot of big things coming next year. Obviously, we got a lot of big things still this year. So it's going to happen really quick. You know, this is like our week off. And then Tulsa, September 30th, going to be a big event, fun event. The host hotel is the Osage Casino and Hotel, and that is in Tulsa. It's about 15 to 20 minutes from the lake. We're looking at doing the weigh-in and the captain's meeting at one of the marinas there in Manford. I'll confirm that on Wednesday, just waiting to hear back from the manager just to make sure that that's all going to work out. That'll be a really fun event. Like I said, we fished there. We spent probably 6 hours on the lake and never been there. Found some shad quick in a cove and turned around and didn't even use the sonar. Actually, we just drug baits and caught some fish. So that was a good time. And then after that, it's the next weekend. We're going to New Madrid. So New Madrid is already, like I said, we've been going there so long that it's already become a big event. And then that's what's going to really put everything in perspective on who's going to get into the championship. We created a championship page, Lake Ouachita. You know, if you want to follow it to kind of see some of the things. But you talk about one of the most beautiful lakes I've ever been on.
It's super nice.
Super nice, super, super big. You know, unlike a lot of the other tournaments that we do in the championships we've done in the past, we've done the no pre-fishing. But with this lake and the championship, we're going to do, there is no pre-fishing. It's, you can fish that week. You just have to be off the water at 5 Friday night for a sit-down captain's dinner. That is mandatory. And then Saturday, we'll draw chips for takeoff. It's a really unique event. It's going to be a low number event, but it's a $35,000 total pot plus extra stuff. with some of our big sponsors, Power Pole, stuff like that. So just to kind of give you an idea, right now, if we sell out a $300 entry tournament at 75 boats at 100% payback, that's $22,500. This championship, it's probably going to be around 20 to 25 boats, is a $35,000 pot plus. The points winner. So right now, Mike Keel's in the lead, Jason Hamilton in second, the Moore and Blair close behind. But there's a lot of things that can change. So somebody's going to get a really cool prize. We haven't even talked about that yet, but it's a big deal. So if you are a points champion, you'll get a little something, and we'll continue to grow on that in the future. But obviously, the $35,000 pot, for probably the top 10 plus prizes is going to be a good payout. It's going to be a beautiful lake. It's going to be out of, and if you want to start booking, if you think you're for sure in, it's going to be out of Mountain Harbor. And we stayed there twice now, just 2 nights, and it is really nice.
Nice place. Nice.
And they say
out the back door.
the fall fishing is exceptional there for catfish. So only subway on the water in the world. That's pretty cool. Like I said, we're really excited about that. So we hope you get to make it to Lake Ouachita. So again, the top 50 anglers of the series, their best 4 events, they're invited. Their partners had to fish at least 2 Twisted Cat tournaments to be on one of those top 50 anglers' boats. And it's a no entry fee. So we're really pumped about that. Joel says he likes your shirt.
Thanks, Joel. I like it too.
She loves it. She wears it all the time. Hey, Nooner, what's going on? First place, back-to-back.
That's awesome.
MRM. How cool is that, man?
They stayed in the hot seats for
You
pretty
stayed in
much
the
all
hot
day,
seats
didn't you?
all day, which I bet that's a little nerve-wracking, but with 150-some pounds. I know Shipman and them gave you a run for your money. We tried.
Yeah,
We just needed one more crazy big bite, but we had 117 for 4th. A lot of good weights.
We weren't far from 3rd.
Yeah, I think
and Jameson had 118.2.
Jameson, yeah, and then we're gonna have to we tried to have a little talk with them, but we're not sure that weight was read right. But yeah. What's up, Gary? Hey, Donald. Good evening. I'm late trying to set up for possible Northern Lights. What's up, Tom? New Madrid would be a fun place to go fish.
Yeah,
Michael,
it's always a good time.
Yeah, after the face slap you got in Alton, you better show up in New Madrid and put it on those fish. Sean, will Alton in March be a trailer event? Most likely. I hope it's going to have to be a trailer event. Hopefully we don't have to trailer as far as we usually do. Like I said, the water. I don't know the last time we've used Maple Island. It's been so rough. Mike says, are the ramps usable in New Madrid right now? They're a little iffy right now. They're still working on the main ramp in New Madrid. So hopefully it's done in time, but we're going to do everything we can to make sure that happens. Hopefully we get some water. You never know. Dustin got the face slap. Yeah.
That was a good picture. It was like a high five to the face.
Yeah. Hey, Phil, thanks. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Phil.
Hey, Bluff City. According to the guys who mattered, it won't be usable until after the first of the year. So if the main ramp's not usable, we'll have to use the ramp below there. So they got 2 ramps in New Madrid. The main one that they're working on, and then the southern one. So we'll keep an eye on that. Like I said, everything at Keystone's looking good, though. So let's see. So what else we got going on? It's been crazy. First time in your big, what do you think? Tournament fishing with a 100-boat tournament. Was it fun? Was it fun being on the other side?
Yeah, it was fun to be on the other side for once. Yeah, it was my most fun day I've had fishing. Caught the most fish.
Yeah, and we got to go live. So if anybody had a chance to watch the live
on the water.
Yeah, live on the water during an event. It was really fun. We've got Starlink, Brian St. Alma, and Coy Sneed had Starlink on their boat. So it was kind of a battle between Twisted Cat Outdoors and Dragon Masters. and it's fun. The trash talk the night before we ate at the Waffle House after the captain's meeting in Memphis. Ate at the Waffle House in Tunica like at 9 or 9:30. Probably didn't get to bed till almost midnight. But it's fun. I mean, that's what it's about. Like winning the tournament, like Nooner, that's awesome. But Nooner, I still owe you a signed $20 bill. Brian owes me a signed $20 bill. But so hopefully everyone enjoyed the live event that we did. I know Brian is working on that with Cat Masters to kind of start something like that up where it's it's live on the water. It's kind of like an MLF style tournament. So that'll be pretty cool. So hopefully we continue to do some of this live on the water stuff like we did. I know you all enjoyed it that did get to watch it. If you didn't get to watch it, you can still, it's a few posts down on Twisted Cat, or you can see on the Dragon Masters. And again, a huge, huge thank you to Glenn Thomas with the ACA for helping do that, because you got to have somebody run it. We've got 2 cameras on our boat. Brian has 2 cameras on his boat, and you kind of got to watch, because one time Glenn's talking to Brian about a product, and we're all, me, Charles, and Liz, we're tripled up fighting fish, and I'm trying to get Glenn's attention. Hey, we're tripled up right now. But it was cool. So hopefully everybody enjoyed it. I still haven't even had a chance to watch it, but it was crazy. I'm still sore, measuring and weighing fish, and I would hate to know how many fish we caught. I would say 45 to 50 in that range. It was just insane. So it's hard. I mean, I don't know how you go back and not recreate that and have a time like we did.
Yeah.
It'd be rough if you didn't catch a lot of fish. It was great watching you guys catch fish. Well, thanks. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah.
The live was awesome.
Thank
So
you.
if you kind of imagine that, I mean, you go back 5, 6, 8, 10 years, and to think of where the sport of catfishing is now, we're actually doing live stuff on the water, on the Mississippi River, where, you have no service. So we had Starlink set up. So that's the satellite internet, with the stuff flying around, and you can't even make a phone call. So we have 0 service where we're fishing. Pretty much when you get south of St. Louis, there's just the service on the water is terrible. Especially when you're low.
You even go out to make a call. You can't send a text, can't do anything. So it was nice to be able to go live.
Yeah, so it was really cool to go live and talk. So we had headsets on. Obviously, everybody was making fun that I was breathing heavy. I was breathing a little heavy, but I was busy. But I had a Blue Parrot. So it's like a big headset that has the mouthpiece right in front of your mouth, blocking the wind. So anything you do, so I had to just pull it back a little bit. But we're going to learn and kind of make everything better and, make it enjoyable. And even like with Twisted Cat, as we grow to have a few of the boats have some live video, that's what's really cool. Having that kind of, even if it's 2 teams back and forth, talk smack, kind of like we did with Brian and Coy. And it was fun, showing what we're doing exactly from, the hooks that we're using, how we're fishing. Redbeard says, was y'all dragging, bumping, or anchored? So we were bumping, real slow. We found some slow, deep current, and we just found a pocket of fish, and they were just stacked up, and it was fun. Bait of choice was skipjack. If I would have been able to get maybe some fresh carp or something, we would have maybe tried that, but we got some skipjack from Andy with Americat bait, and it was good. Cutting some pretty big baits. I used a 7/0 Rippin' Lips hook, which is a tiny hook. I just had it on for whatever reason, and I know Charlie gave me crap about it, but we were throwing big baits. And then I also had a Livingston lure. So 7/0 hook, big piece of skipjack, and then about 3 inches up, I had a Livingston lure that the line went through, makes a little rattle, and then up from there, a ball chain swivel, and then to a 3-way with a dropper, about a 4 or 5 inch dropper, and 3 to 4 ounces of weight, and just slowly, back bouncing.
We bumped all day.
Running the trolling motor, bumped all day. One thing that I always kind of harp on people, and you can kind of see it as tournament directors when you're out there or you're setting up and you see people driving, is, having that spot that you're confident in and everything you're doing is important. if you have 4 or 5 spots, every time you only have a certain amount of time. So every time you pick up, you reel in, you got to get your trolling motor and you go to your next spot. I mean, even if it's a 20-minute drive and then you add 10 minutes to get ready and 10 minutes there, I mean, you can kill an hour pretty quick going from spot to spot. So, really hone in, keep that bait in the water, catch as many fish as you can. Maybe you'll luck into a good one. Liz was the good luck, Jake, for sure.
I think so too, Jake.
100%. Jake, I'll probably see you this weekend at Crappie Expo down in Birmingham. I hope so. Because we got to talk about that box that you need for the back of your boat. Redbeard, sand bottom. So it's actually kind of crazy. It was sand, mud, and rock. I know that's tough. But we were kind of zigzagging, and we had a couple spots where it went from revetment to mud to sand and kind of back and forth. Something we've kind of learned over the years, just we kind of bump a special way. It's weird. So, I don't have a sonar on the back of this boat yet. So if you notice when you're watching, I turn my head a lot to look at the front because main thing I'm watching is my 2D. I got 112 has side scan on the top and 2D on the bottom, and the other 12 is completely graph. And I'm watching that graph, certain lines that I'm following, going in and out, and then kind of feeling what we're on. So you could probably tell for the first time fishing that low, on the Mississippi, that sometimes when it's muddy,
It like sucks you down.
yeah. So like sometimes you almost think you get a bite when it's like that deep kind of thick mud, and then when it's that
Then
sand,
I could feel the rocks.
yeah, and then rocks obviously. So, we lost a decent amount of gear, and it's not easy. And that's I think it's what makes it fun. By the end of October, everybody always says like, I'm ready to go drag baits. And I love dragging baits. I love bumping, but bumping is a lot of work because you got to like stand up, run your trolling motor, make you 1 second. If you take a drink, that's what you said.
Yeah. I think I'm still so new to it. I told him I can't open my soda. I can't take a drink. I can't look backwards to see what's coming. I can barely talk while I'm bumping or else I'll lose it. So I have to stay pretty concentrated on it.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I think, I don't know, dragging and bumping, they're both fun.
Dragon, though, you could literally, if you have internet and an iPad, you could watch a season of Netflix while you're dragging baits.
Yeah, until you get that takedown.
Until you get that takedown. But bumping,
you've got to put it all in.
You have to really concentrate. Some of you all are probably really, really good at it. But
I'm still learning it.
But you did pretty well for.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I feel like I didn't even catch any fish. You caught them all.
Yeah, but you were baiting and cutting bait.
Yeah, I was cutting bait,
taking
baiting
bait off, measuring the fish, weighing the fish, all that.
Yeah.
That's why you're breathing so hard, taking all my big fish and holding them.
Yeah, and Phil Brown, if you're still there, I don't know how, but your coaling clips were not in my boat, and I'm telling you right now, that could have cost us some weight. So I got Jake Nally's coaling clip system underneath the live well lid, and I've got to get your easy clips, and they're bad. And that was usually you think a Blue Cat tournament, you don't need clips, but it's a big, big deal. Big deal. Because we were less like a pound away from third place.
Yeah, 1.1.
So I could have thrown fish back, and we were throwing a lot of fish back.
Yeah. I think I'd ask you 3 or 4 times before either of us threw a fish back. Are you sure?
Yeah, but it was just, we wanted to keep the fish in the live well. This Dynasty's got a huge live well, 118 gallons. So we wanted to make sure that the fish are good and healthy in there. We got oxygen, recirculating the water constantly, but we don't want too many fish in there. So we're catching them, I'm checking them, throwing them back. just kind of stay on point. And then obviously I'm running the trolling motor most of the time, and there's a lot of things going on. And let's see, water temps was around 78, so it's
78.
dropped quite a bit. It's fun both ways, 100%. We lost a lot of bumping gear, re-spooled 2 reels. Yeah, we lost a ton. 2 bumping reels, which we use the Akuma Komodo reels, love them, 463s, and they are beast. I actually just called Mark McMurray with Bluff City and going to get 2 more just to have some backups, because it's, even if you have one rod and then you get hung up, you're not prepared, especially in heavy current, you can lose a lot of line quick if you can't get that snag out.
Yeah.
Sean said, jacked up for New Madrid. I feel you, Liz. I am completely lost when it comes to big river fishing, so New Madrid will be elementary school for me. Can't wait. Sean, and we talked about that this week. It's coming to New Madrid in October is like, the fall festival, but it's such, fall fishing on the Mississippi River is the best. Really even summer fishing.
Yeah.
It's all good, but bumping is just it is my favorite, because you have to work hard. Kind of separates, I like to say, the men from the boys, where you can't be relaxed. You have to focus. You can we call it bumping for ghost if you don't kind of have a plan. But the other cool thing is you can just go drop your trolling motor and walk bait and win a tournament really fast. So that's what's cool about it. And once you learn it, Sean, dude, you are gonna fall in love. For her first time really bumping
And catching
big
fish.
water and catching a lot of fish,
I like it.
it was crazy. You'll learn. It's going to be a learning curve. It's going to be a little tough, but you just got to stick with it. Yeah, walking bait. Yep. Just stick with it. We talked about boats and rigs and all that a little bit with you, Sean, and just be confident, man. Rello, I agree. Fall is the best. Yep.
Sean says it's such a productive method. It works, but everything can change in a split second. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. In preparation is so big. Like, we've been busy, so like getting the boat ready and everything we've kind of not been great at that, traveling. So when we picked up Charlie, he brought a bunch of extra stuff that we really didn't need. We were just going through the boat tonight before the live, and we've got a ton of weights in the boat that then he brought a bunch more in a bucket. So we had all this extra stuff. So even like rigs, I have so much, not crap, but stuff in there that you don't need, like all this extra line. So, spending a little bit of time in the off season, doing your rigs, a lot of people, Jake Der Hockey has went over that with videos of me and Wade Kaminsky, where, they'll spend a day making rigs for bumping, drifting, dragging, whatever. And then whatever system, whether it's the rig raft or any little deal that you want to put your pre-tie rigs in, whatever system works for you. But it's so nice to be able to, all you got to do is grab it out. You really don't need all this extra stuff. It's already tied up. It's already in a bag. Tying on the boat is a bad idea. It kills your time out there to fish. You have to pre-rig. Joe asked if you were using a cannonball. Yes.
Was I using that?
Yeah.
Is that the jiggly
The
ones?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah. Well, they are too. Yeah. So
those are the round ones.
we're using the cannonball weights, and then actually Doug Vaughn makes the sinkers that have the rattle in them. So we're using those actually. So a 3 ounce, 4 ounce, or 5 ounce, and then he's got like a little shell that he created. Pretty cool. So it rattles. So when that weight hits the bottom, it makes a little rattle. So pretty cool. Yes, 100%. I guess we got a company.
How did you get out here? Come here. Yeah, I didn't know what that was called, but I watched you put one on, and then if
Yeah,
I
so
lost one, I'd put one on.
cannonball weights is supposed to, have the most contact on the ground on the bottom, so you kind of know what that feels like. Yeah, Sean, I'll check into that. Actually, maybe message me after the show. I know Doug sold out, and he's been pretty crazy, and I think that he finally made some more. But they're awesome weights. Did you notice how they were biting? So, we caught a lot of fish. The bite was different. It was kind of different throughout the morning too, which was unique. In the very early morning, it was a good solid bite. And then it started getting kind of where they would just grab it, hold it in their mouth, have some pressure. But if you tried to pull it, if you pulled a Charles Blair, you just pull it right out of their mouth.
Yeah.
So you really want to make sure that they, almost take that bait from you or kind of jiggle it around.
So I know there's a couple times I thought that they had actually taken it, and I yanked, and I let them take it for a little bit, but they didn't have it all the way, and then I yanked it right out of their mouth a few times.
We call that the old Charles Blair yank, right out of their mouth. Fish are smart, absolutely. 100%. So we're excited. I don't know. Are you going to fish Megabucks? You're not sure yet?
I don't know yet.
So I think I'm signed up for Megabucks in the middle of October too. So like I said, there's a lot of things going on from this weekend, the Crappie Expo. Steve Douglas is helping put on an event in Savannah, Tennessee, the World Championship in Savannah, Tennessee. Ask Steve Douglas for more information on that. I'll be in Birmingham, Alabama at the Crappie Expo. I don't know much about crappie, but as Jeremy Coe would say, I'm fixing to learn. I'm fixing to learn. So that'll be fun this weekend to do that. And then come back and go straight to Tulsa. We're going to stop on my way to Tulsa to Keystone Lake. We're going to stop at Lake of the Ozarks and announce where we're going to have our host hotel and the tournament out of for our December 30th Lake of the Ozarks Twisted Cat Outdoor event. Don't want to miss it. It's going to be a good one. I wish I had $1 for every time I seen Blair pull a hook out of one. Yeah. You ain't a kidding. You ain't a kidding. So it's bumping or nothing in New Madrid. No, and you'll have people anchored up. There'll be people anchored up in New Madrid for sure with some big weights. I think when you think bumping, I don't even know the best terminology, but you have some anglers that, let's say that they're in slow enough current where they can spot lock, stop their boat, but they found a piece of structure or they found some fish. Instead of bumping, moving their boat and bumping through that, they'll spot lock or even anchor above them and slowly walk their baits to those fish or that structure. So we didn't really do any of that. There's a few times that we marked some things and I slowed the boat down. I don't know if you could tell in the live, but I slowed it down enough where we could kind of just slowly get it back there. But everybody has their own technique. Some people like to go fast, use smaller weights. Some people like to go slow with big weights. Yes, Chris Stout, he says small weights, small baits. And he likes a 3/8 ounce weight, which would be tough to feel bottom of a 3/8 ounce weight, but have to be some slow current.
Yeah.
She got the best seat in the house now.
She does. She always finds it. Big baby.
So hopefully everybody's excited, ready for a good week. And again, a lot of things coming up. There's catfish tournament this weekend in Savannah, Tennessee. There's a King Cat event down in Louisiana. We'll be at the Crappie Expo in Birmingham. And then the next weekend, we're going to Keystone Lake. Points are going to get
They're going to change a lot.
All mixed around. JT, I know you're close, man. I know you're in the running. Come on. I'm pushing for you. Mike's got to hold his throne too. This is in the 9th or 10th year. This is the best following for points I've ever seen. So I'm really excited to see how that plays out. So not only is it your best, how you become the points champion is it's your best 4 events plus the championship. So you might be in the lead after New Madrid, but the championship can change. So that's going to be cool. Sean said that Fur Baby's ready for this mess to be over. Live. Roxy.
Say hi.
So yeah, what else do we have to talk about? Anything else?
MRM, Tulsa.
Yeah,
Madrid.
and we're starting to get the events coming out again.
For next year.
We haven't 110% decided on Lake of the Ozarks, but I think that it's going to be the start of the season for the Twisted Cat Outdoors 2024. It'll start out Lake of the Ozarks December 30th. And that's going to be a fun event. I've been wanting to go there during that time of year for years. And now wait till you find out where the host hotel is. That's going to be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a hint. If you've watched the show Ozarks, come to Central Illinois. Hey, we'd like to, give us some ideas on where and stuff, but we're trying to have about one event, a month, and then we can do a lot of other things besides Twisted Cat with, Sea Ark Poker Run, the Sea Ark Owners Catfish Tournament. We're looking at doing a crappie Sea Ark Owners event.
Fishing for Freedom.
Fishing for Freedom in June. So lots of stuff.
Is that the top 50?
Margaritaville, Kevin.
Oh,
Come
like
on.
Kevin's thinking, Margaritaville.
Yeah, Lake of the Ozarks in December is going to be a slugfest. You're going to see some big fish there. That's going to be a 5 fish, 2 overs, 3 unders, but the kicker's at the slot, so you can't have any fish in the slot. Come to Greenville, Mississippi on the Sippy. Yeah, we'll definitely be going to some stuff on the Mississippi River. We're really excited about that. But you're going to start seeing here in the next few days some new stuff coming out. The man, the myth, the legend, Richard Axe is on. How we doing, Richard? I'll be seeing you here in a couple days at the Crappie Expo. Memphis? I don't know about Memphis. Oh, Catfish for Veterans. Brad Cox got a tournament this weekend, this Saturday on Lake Springfield. So that's a great event. Wish we could be a part of that. I know we sent some swag out there from Sea Ark over to Brad. That's a great event. Brad puts on a great event. Don't want to miss that. And that's for a good cause too. Catfish for Veterans this Saturday on Lake Springfield. Thanks for letting us know that, Joe. There's so many events now that the sport's growing. I mean, it's just every weekend you can find a good event to be a part of. That's what's great about this. Sean, it's a fun event. Fished it last year. I fished it 1 year, Sean, and got skunked, believe it or not. You can win a tournament, a 200 boat tournament 1 year, and the next year get skunked in that tournament. Nate, I'm not going to answer that answer. That's a good one, though. Hey, Nate, let's give a big shout out to Kirk.
That's awesome.
Catching his new PB,
Big
94 pounds. That's a giant. That is an absolute stud. A lot of people, with this low water, a lot of people are catching their big fish. Wait till New Madrid. New Madrid is going to be some big cats got. So we'll keep you updated on New Madrid. The host hotel for New Madrid is the Red Roof Inn in Marston, just south of New Madrid. All new, renovated, good price. Got that all up too. It's on our registration page if you have any questions. Sean, we caught fish, but you can only weigh in 2 of each species. Our chairs are making noise. They're like those old people rocking.
I know. We need WD-40. Our
Hey,
joints
Donald.
do too, though.
Donald, you got any WDs for you?
Come here. I know.
What did he catch it on, Nate? While Nate's answering that, I will tell you something real cool that we found out again. Chicken, I don't believe it.
I was gonna say strawberry chicken,
Strawberry chicken and peanut
cherry
butter.
chicken, jelly beans, and popcorn.
Penny worms and hot dogs. So I've used Lowrance for almost since 2018. Gosh, it's been a while. Used the HDS Lives, the 12s, and really loved them. And this year with this Dynasty 2.0, made the switch to Garmin, the GPS units, and I've got 2 at the dash. And so far, I'm very impressed with everything. Nate said chicken. So Nate, was it really chicken? But so on the GPS, on the Garmin GPS units, what I'm really impressed about is there's a lot of cool things. I actually just got, well, not this one, but just got a Garmin watch that links to the units. So let's say that I'm on someone's boat or I'm bumping on the back of the boat and I get a bite. I can tap my watch. Not that I will, but I can tap my watch and mark that spot instead of having to go up front and mark it. So some cool things like that. PowerPole and Garmin now work together. So I could even deploy PowerPoles with my watch or on my Garmin units. PowerPole obviously is a big sponsor, Garmin. So it's kind of a one boat network. But so when we're fishing, and like this weekend, we were at our last spot and we want to know how long is it going to take to get back to the boat ramp. So you go on your charts and you can scroll to where you want to go and just tap it. And then once you tap it, you have 4 options come up on the top of the screen on how you want to get back. So you can auto guidance. So you hit that and then it shows you the route, a safe route back to your location with depths and stuff. Obviously, you can't be 110% that's always going to be perfect, but so far in the 2-3 times we've used it on Grand Lake of the Cherokees, on the lower Mississippi River, it worked great, especially at night. And then obviously we have actually one of Jake Nally's plates underneath the trolling motor for a big Rigid Industries light that lights things up that you can flip on and off while you're driving. But so the cool thing about that GPS, that Garmin, is when you do that, and then I get going up on plane, and let's say that I'm going to run 32 miles an hour at 3,500 RPM for my best fuel. At that speed, that RPM, it tells me exactly how many miles I'm away, like I'm 15.2, and I'll be there at 336. It gives you all that data right there. So, and it's dead on. I mean,
and that was really important for this tournament because, we had to get the boat loaded with, the ramp situation. We had made enough time to do all that. And then it was 2 hours and 40 minutes to get back to Memphis. And we made sure we had time to stop and check the fish and
everything when it comes to tournaments or, whether it's trailering or non-trailering or you make a big run, so many things, and we always hear it.
There's so many factors that could.
I could have had first, or I had first, or I had third. Well, part of tournament fishing is making it back. Everything has to go right from, I could have had that big fish, or I lost one at the boat. That's a big deal. Like everything has to go perfect, from the calculations to know when we're going to quit fishing at this time, be back at the boat ramp, make sure that we get back. And then, we even have a monitor, and I'll have to share that, but it shows the tire pressure. So it screws on your caps. So when you're going down the road in the dark, or you got a tandem and you're in traffic and you can't see your wheels, you're tired, it's dark, it's raining, if you have a blowout, which this has happened in tournaments, people don't make it back. That's a big deal. And and it could cost you, just like Nathan said, a check. So many times I've seen people blow tires. I've been behind them when they're blowing tires. I've been at the boat ramp. So many things can happen. So if you take those little extra precautions, $100 sensor system for your trailer tires. If you're running 3 hours, or you're going to a tournament and you didn't realize that one of your tires had 20 pounds instead of 45, it hurt that tire. You put a lot of pressure on that tire, and then now you fill your live well up, and then you blow a tire, and you put all that. Now with the system, exactly that, hey, I need to air this tire up. Something happened. It kind of puts you in check on that. But that's just one part of everything, from your batteries. This weekend we talked to some people that had battery issues. We've got the lithiums that have an app on the phone. I can tell you what the percentage of the batteries are, making sure you're charging, making sure your oxygen works, your lines are hooked up, all that stuff, your pumps, everything matters. Kevin says, do you have live scope on your new boat? Just curious if anyone has experimented with live scope while bumping. Love my Garmin. Just upgraded from an EchoMap to an Ultra 106 with GT56 transducer. Can't wait to get out and play with it. Yeah, so I have the GT56 transducer. Love it. I do not have live scope yet. To me, it's still like alien technology where it seems like a lot of stuff on the boat. And I know Cornfield Fishing, Jake, and Mark are going to help me kind of get that dialed in and put a system on there. Just slowly, finally got the boat pretty much tournament ready, all done. So that's kind of a big deal. What percent did you have left on your pro guides after Memphis? Mike, I never looked.
Yeah, no, Charlie was going to check in the truck.
We were going to check in the truck.
It didn't reach, and we were already on our way back.
Yeah, and then also Charlie and Liz were mouth open, sleeping on the way back to the weigh-in, so that didn't help either. But if you get a chance to stop at Dodge's gas station,
I think we went there like 7 different times to the same one, and then went to another one on the way to the weigh-in and got more chicken.
Yeah.
It was 79-cent fountain sodas.
Yeah, cheap fountain sodas, good
chicken, good kebabs.
Yeah.
It was really good.
But yeah, so I'm driving, and my partners are just completely passed out, no help, no nothing until we get there.
We did all the hard work of catching all the fish. Sure
did. I didn't nothing. Lost a battery this weekend, and it was in the dark for 4 hours as far as my locator. Sean, and I'd love to know exactly what happened when you say you lost a battery. So, knock on wood, there's no one around, but we've not had really much battery issues. We obviously use Pro Guide. They're a big sponsor, not to throw that out there in anybody's face, but one big thing is making sure everything is hooked up. Not that you didn't hook up anything right or wrong, but having things hooked up, having a good, strong connection, good wire, and taking care of stuff. You could eat off the floor in the back of this 2.0, just clean, very immaculate, and knowing it, because if you're out there and you installed it and you did all the work, hey, this battery went down. You have to check your app on, what caused it. Is there a fuse? So I've got a certain fuses on my power poles and jack plate where if something goes bad, I can check a fuse quick, or I can follow that wire to where things are at. I can really pinpoint what happened really quick, and that's important. What's up, Cole?
Hey, Cole.
So, Kevin, actually, I'm changing this weekend it'll be all lithiums. So I'll have 5 lithiums in the boat. But the others, so I'll have 3 150 Pro Guides for trolling motor, and then I'll have 2 Pro Guide lithiums in parallel for engine and all the stuff on the boat. Because this weekend we're running 3 pumps, 2 in, recirc, graphs, stereo. Starlink.
Mhm.
Starlink's running off 12 volt, but it's running a router, that whole system. What else are we running?
Our mouths.
Our mouths. Yeah. They're damn good at that. I got the grill in Blackstone mounted to the boat. Bring on the cool weather. Absolutely. Love the cool weather.
It got kind of warm on Saturday.
It did.
It warmed up. Started out hoodie weather, but it got warm. But I'm ready for some cooler weather.
Yeah. And then soon hopefully we do, maybe for Megabucks, we do another live thing with Brian. That'd be kind of fun. Suzuki support being able to use lithium for the starting battery. Yes. Yeah, I know quite a few boats using lithium to start their Suzukis. I see you guys actually catch catfish in tournaments. Must be cool. Hey, Cole, did you get to watch the live feed?
It was pretty crazy.
Kirk, I think all of the pro guides work off the app except the 100s. I think all except the 100s. You know, and the cool thing about Pro Guide is they're family owned. They're out of Southwest Missouri, and they've got Battery Outfitters as a store and a lot of dealers, you know, around the Midwest, and they're growing west, they're going east, they're going all over. So even a lot of CR dealers have them. If you have an issue, they literally have a lithium guy that you call and talk to. And if you have an issue, they're going to switch your battery out, no questions asked, and take care of you. I don't believe you, Cole. 2.3 pound channel looked big fish with a total weight of 7.5, 15 boats. It was a bad day. Hey, we all have bad days. You just got to keep after it, stay positive, and
Hey,
keep making water.
sometimes those 2.3 pound fish might get you a prize too. Sometimes we do smallest fish caught or just random things like that. So, yeah. Those little guys can be fun too.
Kirk, what did you catch that fish on your PB? It really wasn't chicken, was it?
His partner said chicken. Nate said chicken.
I think Nate's messing with us.
And then you asked, he said yes.
I'd love to win a Twisted Cat turning to 4 dozen batteries. Yeah. Well, new matter is it, baby. Come on. Come on. After this winter, I'll be like the cool kids with windshields to enjoy cool weather fishing and cooking warm breakfast on the blacks. What's up with everybody cooking on their boats during the tournaments?
We wouldn't have been able. I mean, I packed snacks, and I don't think I'd dug
Yeah, I have a
into
rule
them
in my
once.
boat that during tournament hours, there's no food, no eating.
Well, we broke that with donuts.
True, we did break that. We had donuts.
But I think that was a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Because we definitely ate all those donuts by the live feed, I'd say. That was a half dozen and 3 filled donuts.
He said, if you catch as many fish as I do, you'd have time to cook. Hey, Kevin, I'll reach out to you next. Well, yeah, I'll get you a better answer on that, but about voiding the warranty, how that all works. Summertime equals bumping with chicken. So, I mean, is it flavored chicken? Do you soak it in like Jello or something? I mean, what?
Chicken ain't cheap either.
Yeah,
these
you're
days.
using some
That's
expensive
high
bait.
rolling bait.
Kirk, you high roller? Where are you buying your chicken at? Costco?
Bulk.
Soaking in garlic and throw it in the grill. Oh, cool. Tyson chicken. Some of that stuff ain't actually chicken. So, I mean, is it for sure chicken or is it just that it's supposed to be chicken stuff?
If you start packing chicken for bait, I might start packing a grill and start cooking.
But you know, the cool thing about that is if fishing's crap, you can just.
You
I'm
gotta
not
make it
gonna.
home,
I'm not gonna
really.
grill skipjack,
No.
but I'd grill some chicken.
Yeah. We just eat it.
Chicken nuggets. The more steroids, the better. Oh, that's true.
You smell chicken. She licked her lips.
Yeah.
Now she wants chicken. So for Tulsa, how are we gonna have new T-shirts?
Yeah, I
Gotta
got
have
new-
some new merch.
Yeah, new merch will be in Tulsa.
We're pretty excited about that.
Yeah. Real excited about that. Hopefully have them here in the next couple days. Just got to get them picked up. I buy it on the way to the water. Nothing special. Just cut it into whatever size the fish seems to be wanting that day. From tiny pieces to whole breast with double hook rig. Just get an old crank phone. Cody Smith. I would bring shrimp. Aaron, come on, man. All these people call me and they know I'm on live. Well, Kirk, we might have to try that. Rusty, what are you doing, man? It's 8 o'clock. Rusty, we need to bring you on here one of these Mondays. Kids had them running around.
It's what they do. I just got home right before the live from football practice.
Yeah. So, Rusty, plan on maybe one of these Mondays that works out, we'll get on. Cole, I'd like to have you on too. We've had a lot of people on over the last, I don't know how long we've been doing this now, almost, I don't know, 6 months, 5 months?
Maybe in March.
Since March almost. It's, you know, we've got a lot of different people on and love to have some more people on. Love to do some more fishing while we're on too, like we did this weekend. So
Yeah, it was fun.
Cole says he's got to ask his wife if we can be on.
Hey,
Smart
wife
man.
can be on there too.
They can all be
Sit
on.
side by side. She can join, and the kids have them join.
Caught one of my biggest catches on chicken at Clinton Lake 2 years ago.
We gotta try the chicken thing.
Yeah. That was awesome. All right. Gosh, it's already been an hour. I'll be taking the new boat out this weekend to start the break-in. Need to get ready for New Madrid. World record was caught on chicken, just saying. You're in for a treat with that Rusty guy. Get Paul on with him. You don't stop laughing. That's true. I miss you. I ain't seen old Bird in a while. Cole, I don't know yet. You have to ask Liz.
Well, Rhett claimed it. He was the first phone call we got right after. I mean, he must have been watching the live because after we got off the stage, I got a phone call and it was Rhett, and he said, "My dad and Charlie already got a boat. That's my boat." So you might have to ask him, and he wasn't even there.
Bird will be at New Madrid for sure. Jake said, me and Steve had a side bet last weekend. You know what? That's a good question. I know we talked about it, but I think one of us lost service when we were talking about that side bet. So I will ask him. Nate's PB came on shad, but it identified as chicken. Oh my, Nate. All right. Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out tonight. Monday Night Live here in the garage. Identified as chicken. Cole, you're
Nice.
killing me, man. We'll be live again next Monday night. Maybe we'll have Rusty on. He just picked up a new CR Dynasty 2.0. Congrats on that. And then we'll be talking Tulsa. We'll talk a little bit about the Crappie Expo, how that went. Again, there's a bunch of events this weekend. It's cool. Like I said, every weekend you almost got, an event close to you to go fish and be a part of. And, like I said, you really got into the other side.
Yeah.
So are you going to quit Twisted Cat and start fishing them?
Well, you're kind of my boss there, so no.
True.
No, I enjoy running the tournaments, but I mean, it was nice this weekend to get on that side and have fun. I mean, running them's fun too. Giving everyone heck that's registering in the mornings and hardly know their first name at 3 a.m. But it was fun to go out and fish.
It's cool. I think it helps us, being able to be an angler on that other side, knowing what anglers
knowing
want.
how y'all feel and then how we feel on that side. And I mean, we had 4 or 5 weeks straight of tournaments.
Yeah.
So especially this weekend, actually fishing is a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, she was, Rusty. She was.
It was.
Well, Kevin, after the time you had at Alton, man, you put on a clinic. So hopefully we see you a little bit next year. Cole, you're a smart man. Smart man.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Twisted Cat approves.
We love it. Yeah, Rusty, we're getting things lined up. December 30th, Lake of the Ozarks. I think that's going to be the first tournament of the year, and it's going to be a points event. So Lake of the Ozarks, Grand Lake of the Cherokee in February, March, Alton, August, Muscatine. Muscatine's fun, too.
Oh,
I'm
so much
pumped
fun.
about that.
I mean, the first year was amazing, and they want to do more the second year, so I can't even imagine.
Yeah. Maybe Pekin was a blast, too. Pekin.
When's Burlington?
Burlington, September. So a lot of cool things, and they're going to be starting to get announced, too, and we're pumped about that. Had a great time at all, and that's good. Well, Cody, come on. If you have any questions, give me a call anytime. We'll chat about it. Like I said, once you get into some of the tournament stuff, just like what we did or she did this weekend, it's addicting. It's fun. Like, we love putting the events on, being a part of that, but it's also fun to kind of relax and go fish one and not have to worry about everything being 110%.
Not have to tear down and stuff, everything
Stressing.
back in the trailer.
Yeah.
But we did. We still had to clean a boat, though. That was, wow.
Yeah. Pekin is a shootout for big boats. So, Rusty, on Pekin, we have Pekin is a boundary tournament. And what did Nate get? Second place?
Yeah.
Nate Blint got second place, and I don't think he started his big engine. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I don't think he burned any gas and got second place. I'll leave it at that. Nate and Lily Blint, they could be in the next year if they keep it up. They're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah. That's a team right there.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually, for this tournament that we just fished, we kind of kept track of miles, fuel, food.
From start to finish, it was 1,006 or 750.
Yeah, about 1,650 total miles in the truck.
From
And
Wednesday
it's cool on the
Sunday.
trip. We made it trip A, and then it was like 12.1 miles per gallon. So it shows you what your miles per gallon was on that trip. We didn't use a lot of fuel in the boat. Yeah, but it was a blast. Had some good food. We probably spent a decent amount of money on food just because it was kind of cool to go to
All the different
some of the
places
places we
we went
went. Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Night. That's good.
I like that, Kevin. You have to kind of give me some more idea on that. I'm going to come to one tournament on fish on a floaty. Aaron said Nate spent less than $5 in gas. He definitely didn't. Yeah, if that. He probably spent some money on his trolling motor on charging that thing, but. All right, well, we're going to call it a night. Thanks for joining us on this awesome Monday night, September 18th, 2023. We'll see you next Monday. We'll probably have some stuff come up this week. Again, if you're not, make sure you're following the events on the event pages on the Facebook page. New Madrid, Tulsa, Keystone Lake, and Lake of Ouachita. And then once we start putting the ones for next year, make sure you follow them and you put your going. All the important information will be on those, plus the website. So again, thanks for watching. We'll try to get some guests on next week. Have a good week and enjoy this cool weather during the evening. And hopefully some of the bigger fish are starting to bite. We hope to see you in Tulsa and New Madrid, and hopefully you're lucky enough to make it to Lake Ouachita for a $35,000 no entry fee championship. Big fish. So, hey, Trevor, what's going on? All right, everybody have a good night, and we'll see you.
Bye.